very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen, my intelligent advanced level students. Welcome to the Mind Ventures virtual learning experience, which is known as Mind Hub Virtual Classroom. The Mind Hub Virtual Classroom comprises of many different components, elements, all of which are created with the objective of giving you guys a very comprehensive virtual learning experience. One important aspect of the Mind Ventures virtual learning experience or the Mind Hub classroom is the virtual learning sessions. These virtual learning sessions will be offered as recorded as well as live sessions, especially focusing on the key areas of the economics syllabus, the local advanced level economics syllabus. And by conducting these different virtual learning sessions, especially the recorded as well as the live sessions, our objective is as much as possible to simulate a physical real classroom learning experience. So through this video, what I am planning to do is give you guys a bit of a taste or a bit of a understanding of how a recorded virtual learning session in the Mind Ventures virtual learning experience or the classroom will be conducted, will flow. So hopefully by watching this video, you guys are able to receive a comprehensive understanding of how our virtual learning sessions really work. So I hope you enjoy the video and get a really good understanding of how we are planning to offer the future learning sessions via the recorded virtual learning sessions. Now you guys should be able to see the slides. So basic cost concepts and their applications. So let's start off with the total cost curves. So there are three total cost curves that you guys need to be familiar with, especially when we focus on short run analysis. In the short run, as you guys are aware, we have a unique cost concept, that is fixed cost. So we look at fixed cost in two ways in the short run. We have total fixed cost and we have average fixed cost. So total cost in the short run is a combination of total variable cost and total fixed cost. So total cost curve will be identified. It has a unique shape which is identified as a inverted S-shaped curve. In terms of this inverted S-shaped curve, you will see initially there is a, as quantity of output increases, initially there is an increase in total cost, then total cost tends to keep increasing, but the rate of increase reduces a bit, and then it starts to again increase at a higher rate, creating the inverted S shape. As we said before, in the short run, total cost is a combination of total variable cost and the cost unique to the short run, that is total fixed cost. So if you look at the total variable cost curve, it is also that of a inverted S-shaped curve, and it is drawn below the total cost curve because total variable cost is a component of total cost, but the total variable cost curve and the total cost curve are identical in terms of their shape, the inverted S shape. And because the difference between total cost and total variable cost is total fixed cost. Now the formula illustrated here makes it very clear. Total cost is a combination of total fixed cost and total variable cost. Therefore we say total fixed cost is total cost minus total variable cost. Since total fixed cost does not change as quantity of output increases. Let me repeat. Total fixed cost does not change as the quantity of output increases. That means, number one, the vertical distance between total cost and total variable cost curves will always be the same. Another way to say that is, total cost and total variable cost curves will always be parallel in terms of their vertical distance. The next thing we can also identify is, if total fixed costs do not change, the total fixed cost curve will be a linear or a straight line curve parallel to the output axis or the quantity of output axis. So total cost and total variable cost are S-shaped curves, inverted S-shaped curves. The vertical distance between total cost and total variable cost is total fixed cost. Because fixed cost doesn't change as the quantity of output increases, the vertical distance between TC and TVC will always be the same. Hence, they are parallel to each other. Also, the total fixed cost curve will become a linear or a straight line curve, which will always be parallel to the quantity of output axis. With that, we will move on to several other key cost concepts that we need to be familiar with. So here we will focus on mainly 4 cost concepts, the curves related to those cost concepts and their shapes. Mainly, we will start off with one of the most important cost concepts in the study of economics, especially in cost analysis, that is marginal cost. If you guys can take a few seconds and think about what is the cost curve that we have drawn here, these points are outlining, it will mainly be then marginal cost. We can recognize it is marginal cost because of the unique shape of the marginal cost curve. We refer to the shape of the marginal cost curve as a U-shaped curve. In some textbooks, of course, they refer to the marginal cost as a in some textbooks they refer to marginal cost as a J-shaped curve. Generally, in local advanced level economics, we refer to it as a U-shaped curve. Initially, marginal cost decreases, eventually marginal cost increases. By definition, as you guys are aware, we say marginal cost is the incremental cost added to total cost when increasing output by 1 extra unit. When we increase output by 1 more unit, how much cost is added to total cost? That is what we call marginal cost, or that is what we say marginal cost is. Another way to describe marginal cost as a concept would be, we could say it is the slope of the total cost curve. And all of you guys can imagine, if you are thinking about the formula to measure marginal cost, all of you know it is the change in total cost, delta TC divided by delta Q, that is the change in quantity of output. Then we look at the average total cost curve, ATC curve. Basically, average total cost is the addition of the average variable cost and the average fixed cost curves. If you add average variable cost and average fixed cost, you get at a certain level of output, you are able to estimate the average total cost. Of course, simply said, average total cost is when we produce a certain number of output per unit, what is the total cost? So how do we estimate average total cost? You guys are very clear on this. We take the total cost and divide it by the quantity of output produced. So TC divided by Q, we estimate ATC, average total cost. Alternatively, as we said before, it is the combination of average variable and average fixed cost. The average total cost curve is also U-shaped. Initially, there is a decrease. Subsequently, there is an increase. Similarly, the average variable cost curve also is a U-shaped curve. Initially, there is a decrease and subsequently, there is an increase. When we look at the interaction between the marginal cost, ATC and ABC curves, you guys can see very clearly in this particular slide that the marginal cost curve does not intersect the ATC-ABC curve at any point. There is a particular specific point at which the marginal cost curve will intersect the ATC and ABC curves. As you can see, marginal cost curve is intersecting the average total cost curve at its lowest point, and the marginal cost curve is intersecting the ABC curve at its lowest point. So that is a very important cost related rule that you guys need to remember. MC equals ATC will be when ATC is at its lowest and MC is upward sloping. MC equals ABC will be when ABC is at its lowest and when MC is upwards sloping. Then you can see, unlike the previous slide we saw, where the vertical distance between total cost and total variable cost was parallel, or the distance was always the same, now it is not the case. Now the vertical distance between ATC and ABC continuously tends to decrease. We start at a point where the vertical distance between ATC and ABC is relatively high, and as quantity of output increases, that vertical distance keeps decreasing. So we might need to ask why is it? Why is ABC not parallel to ATC? The reason is AFC. As all of you guys know, the difference between ATC and ABC is average fixed cost. What is average fixed cost? Total fixed cost divided by quantity of output. Average variable cost is total variable cost divided by quantity of output. Now the most important point to recognize here is that even though total fixed cost does not change as quantity of output increases, it is not the case when it comes to average fixed cost. Average fixed cost is measured total fixed cost divided by quantity. In that particular formula, as quantity of output increases, the value of the denominator keeps increasing, but the value of the numerator, which means the component on top, that is total fixed cost value, remains the same. So when we keep dividing the same value with an increasing or larger value, the end result, mathematically, it's a very simple thing. The end result is the answer, or the value of average fixed cost keeps decreasing. So as long as average fixed cost is decreasing, as quantity of output increases, the distance, vertical distance between ATC and ABC keeps reducing, keeps narrowing. Also, we need to be clear, or you need to remember that the AFC curve, average fixed cost curve, is downward sloping and it takes the shape of a rectangular hyperbola. So MC, ATC, ABC curves are U-shaped. The AFC curve is a rectangular hyperbola. MC curve will intersect ATC and ABC at their lowest point when the MC curve is upwards sloping. It will be a very smart thing for you guys to try and take a mental picture of this particular slide and remember the shapes, the very unique specific shapes of these curves. And when you draw all of these curves in the same diagram, how do you place them? How do you draw them to be technically correct in a proper manner? Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And if you want to learn everything about economics through our virtual learning experience, please make sure to visit our website www.mindhub.lk and register for the MindHub virtual learning classroom. Also, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel MindHub Online. Keep learning, stay safe, stay home. Thank you for watching this video and have a good day.